Now we're going to take a look at some of the more complicated and more difficult ones to remember. So we're going to start with using one of the Pythagorean identities. Now there's a couple of options on this one. You can simplify this expression right here by using reciprocal identities, and then we'll have a Pythagorean identity. Or you can notice that both terms have a sine squared x, and you can factor it out. I ran through both of them, and I think that the first option is a better option, but we can go over the second option in class if you would like. So for the sake of the video, I'm just going to look at sticking with the simplifying that we already did. So we've got sine squared x, and cotangent is cosine over sine, so we'll have cosine squared x over sine squared x. And of course, our sine squareds on that second part of our expression will cancel. So we have sine squared x plus cosine squared x. And this is the Pythagorean identity, sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. Next, we're going to take a look at the cofunction identities. So this one, cotangent and tangent are shifts of one another. So cotangent of pi over 2 minus x is the same as tangent x. And then we can use our quotient identities. Tangent is sine over cosine. So our cosines will cancel, leaving us with sine of x. Next one, we're using that same property. Tangent of pi over 2 minus x is the same as cotangent. And I'm going to cancel the cosecant in the numerator with one of the cosecants in the denominator. So I have cotangent x over cosecant x. Using those reciprocal, cotangent is cosine over sine. And the reciprocal of cosecant is sine. So this simplifies to cosine x after our sines cancel. Our last one is using those even and odd identities. So what I think about when I'm trying to simplify these without just going back to my chart, trying to memorize them or think about it logically, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and our cosine function is an even function because it's reflected across the y-axis. So those y values for our cosine are the same on both sides, so it will be true for the secant as well. So secant of negative x is the same as secant of x, and the cosine of negative x is the same as the cosine of x. By the way, if you were looking at those identities, these are the only two where that negative simplifies out. The other four all become opposite. So using our reciprocal identities, secant is 1 over cosine. So we've got 1 over cosine of x times the cosine of x, which simplifies to 1. All right, and take a look at your 2U-Try questions. Attempt these to the best of your ability. I know that this is new to you, and this might be a little bit challenging at first, but I would like you to try them so we have something to discuss when you come to class.